What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today we're talking about the outer pec. Now I know there's no such thing as a specifically targeted outer pec, but if your pec is looking a little bit like Jesse's here, I'm telling you there's something you can do about it in your training. Now what we're talking about with Jesse is that sort of outer pec that doesn't necessarily stand at attention. It kind of blends in with the rib cage. And it's a really common thing. And though we can't target these fibers here, there's things we can do to deliver more tension overall to the pec that is going to lead to better overall development. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to start to see the differences right there in the outer pec because we're talking about the origin of this muscle. So we're talking about this chunk over here. Now, I certainly don't have the biggest pecs in the world, but I have this definition and this development of the outer pec because I have good development here of the origin of the muscle. And I've even broken out the muscle marker to show you what we're talking about. It's all the way out here on the arm, and of course the insertion is over here on our sternum. So what I'm saying is, if we can increase the range of motion through all of your chest exercises, and at the same time try to increase the amount of tension that we can deliver to this muscle in its fully stretched position, we're going to have the recipe for a bigger outer pec by virtue of just increasing overall tension. So let's see how we actually apply it to certain exercises. We'll start with the dip because that's actually pretty easy to see the difference. When I'm doing the dip here, this one little change makes all the difference in the world. What I'm doing here is I'm increasing the distance, the range of motion that I have to go through in the exercise by simply shifting the origin and the insertion farther away from each other by adapting the position of my shoulder. A lot of us will do a dip with a rounded shoulder. And what that's doing is it's limiting the range of motion, but also putting your shoulder in a pretty dangerous position. So we can fix and kill two birds with one stone by moving our shoulders back. And when we do that, you can see as I start to dip here, I'm delivering more effective tension to that muscle. But you can see right here on the muscle marker, instead of being here, as I was showing you, just by making that change, I've increased the distance from here to here significantly, so I have a lot more range for that muscle to contract through. And of course, what we can do is, once we appreciate the fact that we have more range of motion to play with, you want to start trying to hang out there a little bit more. When you're at the bottom of the dip, where this muscle is maximally stretched, hang out and apply more tension there. Don't try to bounce in and out of there. Don't try to get out of there as fast as you can. Bathe in it a little bit. Enjoy the fact that it does burn, but that pain right there is going to overall lead to more tension over time. And it doesn't stop with the dip. It can go over here to even our 3D crossover exercise that we do. Now I like this as opposed to a fly because I have more control over the bottom position. I can more safely train this pec muscle through the same excursion as a fly, but without having the danger of that long moment arm unsupported on a bench. But regardless of what exercise you do decide to choose here, the goal is the same. Increase the stretch there, widen out the elbow. Don't let it travel so close to your torso because you're limiting the effective range of motion that the pec will travel through and contract through, meaning you're limiting the tension that you can deliver to that muscle, meaning you're limiting its potential growth. And if I have it out there, hang out there for a little while. 1 or 2 seconds at the bottom of every single rep. Add more tension and accumulated time in that elongated position. We can do the same thing here on push-ups. Push-ups are the same thing. How are you descending to the ground? Are you trying to expand your chest? Because if you're not, you're losing an opportunity to add to that overall chest development. When you go down, try to get your elbows as wide as you can. Try to expand your chest apart so that you're actually adding and increasing that length once again of origin to insertion. And then the same thing here finally on a bench press. When you're doing the bench press, a lot of us kind of fall into this habit of just pushing our hands up and down. But are you thinking more about your elbows? Because you should be. Your elbows should be going apart and then up and together. Apart and together. I've even talked about it being in terms of your biceps going apart and together. And you can see that when we do that, we're increasing the length, the range of motion, and yes, the tension at the origin of the muscle. And that origin, once again, is the outer pec. We're talking about as the muscle starts right here, I can literally grab it and come down here as it starts to fan into and work its way into the sternum. So we want to try to increase tension there, guys, on every single exercise we do. And a lot of us will short arm it. A lot of us will go through a shortened range of motion. A lot of us will try to get out of that position because it's probably the most intense of the entire exercise. But I'm telling you to do the opposite of that. I'm telling you to enjoy it and use it to your advantage, and your outer pecs will start looking a lot better just from focusing on the way you're doing your exercises you're already doing. Guys, if you're looking for a program that puts the science back in strength, you can head to ATHLEAN-X.com and choose the program that's most suited to your current goals. In the meantime, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, do that by clicking here. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss a video from us. And of course, we'll link another related video up here for you to watch just so you can keep the chest gains rolling. All right, guys, we'll be back here again soon. See ya.